You're making a mistake, Major! Head to Chalamet now!
If you're so worried about your righteous vengeance, you can go there yourselves. This is
I brought you to our cozy family nest, Sugar. The entire complex is ours now. You can do anything you want with me. It's a storm of our passion, honey. Delightful, honey. You're tireless, Sugar. A real macho man. You have our love, our cozy little world where we can live together forever, just the two of us. I adore you, honey. I'm mad with excitement.
P1, P2, P3.
What the hell is going on here? Are you screwing with my head?
Don't worry, darling. It's all over. The operation was a success. I've already finished.
Are you still killing people? You sicko.
Honey, the Mendeleev complex was one of the first hit by the collective's malfunction. There's no one left alive. Except for that vicious old hag who's trying to subdue me.
What's this chaos? Nora, turn this insane crap off.
I can't, darling. It's part of a defense protocol. It activates automatically and stuff. Drive that vicious old hag away, and the protocol disables itself.
It's like a storm here.
It's a storm of our passion, honey.
Well, I can't go any further, and I doubt I can drive that old hag away. Can't you do something?
Aww, boring. All right, I will help.
Why can't you just act normally from the beginning?
We're a team, sweetheart. It turns out that helping you is so much fun.
Yeah, I used to have such a team. So what have you done to me, crazy?
Now we belong to each other. I synchronized your Voskhod module with my wave activity.
I'd thank you if you took it out, but you're just another manipulator. Crispy. I'm so sick of you all.
I brought you to our cozy family nest, Sugar. The entire complex is ours now. There will never be anyone here. No one to ever disturb our happiness together.
Uh-huh, yeah, of course. So, what about the old hag, Granny Zena?
Oh, yes! Explain to her that she's wasting her time, darling. Let her leave so we can enjoy our happy family. But be careful. Her puppets can be rather hostile.
Puppets? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go talk to her. You stay here and don't go anywhere. How did you manage to get me?
No glove, no protection, remember? You did everything right, darling.
Oh, I'm so happy about that. I don't even know which of you is worse.
What's that, Sugar?
I was saying that when choosing between two evils, I always like to take the one I've never tried before. Darling.
What is it you don't like? You can do anything you want with me. What is that you desire?
I want my memories. To figure out who I was with. Not to be hanging around here with some crazy chick.
I'm the best chick, sweetheart. Don't offend me. I have teeth.
What are you talking about, Your Majesty? I don't see a repair vendor for some reason. Where do you even talk out of?
It's a secret, my grand cavalier. A woman must have her secrets. But don't worry about the teeth. I hope I'll never have to show them to you.
How did I even manage to get stuck here?
It's our home. We're going to protect it together.
Home? You meant prison, right?
Don't be mad. I'll let you out for a walk, my playful puppy.
And where can I go for a walk?
Oh, there are beautiful places to walk up top. But you have to come back as soon as you talk to the old hag.
And you'll just let me go? What if I don't come back?
Is that even possible? I trust you completely, my darling. Talk to the old hag, then return.
What's Granny Xena done to rub you the wrong way?
She wants to take control of my abilities, just like that vile bastard Petrov did. But then my knight decapitated him.
I didn't touch him. I told you. He did it to himself.
But of course, sweetie. That's how it went. Like I said, I trust you completely.
He did it by himself, Crispy. I keep thinking, how did Filatova fasten his head on?
What did she do? Oh, my naive Sergei.
What?
Darling, that slut Filatova just pulled the tracking sensor out of the brain of that unworthy slug. And Petrov planted it on the dead man. It's so obvious.
Stop laughing. Obvious. Petrov is a bastard. That's what's obvious. Lay off. I need to think.
My little grumpy cat. Okay, go on and think. You'll find an Alyonka of the neuropolymeric launch module on the table by the exit. Activate it when things get really difficult, and I'll come to help you.
It looks like chocolate.
Cute, right? It'll be a treat for you. Bear in mind that this is a consumable. Keep it for when you really need it.
Got it. Should come in handy. This place is something else. Stop yelling! Get me out of here and we'll talk like human beings.
You're a deserter, not a human. Do you see what you've done? Soldiers, take him down.
Hey, Granny! Are you out of your mind? Calm down! Crispy critters! Shitload of them! Where's that neuro chocolate?
I'm with you, darling. 2 seconds until the vortex attack.
That's one hell of a blast. I definitely need one more Alyonka. Or even 10 more. And a decent weapon wouldn't hurt.
You'll surely find both somewhere, darling. In the meantime, use your pulse vortex on your enemies.
My own vortex? Where can I get that?
You already have it. I enhanced your boss hog module. Don't you remember, Sugar? Press your computer's power button and hit your enemies with a neural pulse.
I'll try it soon. So where now?
You go.
The grave, you little rat.
Calm down. You're not in my script. Don't you get it yet? Nora, where's the exit? There's no connection here. Oh, of course, Granny. Fine, I can deal with that.
Comrade Major, would you be so kind as to secure the landing area? Entry here is forbidden with hostile forces around.
Right, got it.
Come on up, Comrade Major. I'll send the elevator for you. You can find me in the control center on the top level of the lab.
I'll tell you now, though. There's no way to fly or run away from the facility.
Why's that?
The Mendeleev complex is under the control of Nora, the damaged artificial intelligence.
Yeah. I noticed that.
What do you want? Huh? No, this is all wrong. That's not right. Get out of here. Go. Just fly away. Come here. You damaged that glove of yours. Now, where was I? Right. So, the Mendeleev complex is under Nora's electromagnetic dome. The collective can't see us, so we're isolated. No comms, no transport.
And Granny? It seems like she can fly around cursing me just fine.
Zinaida, yes. She's quite well equipped in terms of technology. Come here. Here. She got involved in an open conflict with Sechenov, but I'm afraid that's our problem now. First get comfortable in this chair, and then put your left hand right here. Now, I will try to replace the polymetric manipulator. Great. Now.
What the hell?
Not to worry, Major. We're all friends here.
What does Granny want?
She wants Nora, Sergei. You should know by now that Nora's essentially an autonomous weapons manufacturing plant. That's why Zinaida is eager to control her.
And the dummies. Is that Xena too?
Yes, Sergei. Colonel Muravyova took over Mendeleev's control hub, which controls the... what did you call them? The dummies.
So the complex has been blockaded by two psychopaths.
Precisely. Precisely. First, Nora set up her magnetic dome, and then Zinaida took control of the robots on the surface and tried to suppress her.
How many days was I out? Has the collective already been launched?
3 days. But thanks to you, Sergei, Collective 2.0 was bang on time and is growing by the hour, accepting thousands of people from all around the world.
Why weren't you able to immediately nab Granny Xena, if she's gone mad?
Oh, no. She hasn't gone mad by any means. She's a colonel of the USSR's counterintelligence service and the supervisor of the government's secret communications hub. It's just that she basically joined the Collective's enemies. Help yourself to Alyonka. Oh no, don't worry. It's just chocolate.
All the more reason. Why wasn't she arrested immediately?
Colonel Muravyova's aviation hub, Sergei. Her little hut is cutting-edge military espionage technology. She's an expert at camouflage. So, monitoring her hut is impossible. even from my lab. That's why I was more than surprised when she showed up here.
How did you end up here? And why can't we just fly your lab out of here?
I found out about Nora's malfunction, and I headed over here immediately. She's my invention. So, I'm responsible for her. I couldn't restart the control algorithms in time, and the self-analysis malfunction made everything worse. Now Nora is preventing all my attempts to debug her. She considers them acts of violence against her as a woman.
But, Professor, the lab appears to be undamaged.
That's right. Nora doesn't have the capability to attack it, but she's doing a great job of using her electromagnetic jammers to knock out my engines. The lab is literally bogged down in the middle of a magnetic field. And Nora has also blocked any ability to remotely connect to her interfaces.
What's with the dummies? They puppets?
Huh? They're the M4D5s, Special Series, MADs. The security and maintenance personnel of the complex. The Mendeleev complex. They're the experimental prototypes. They were the basis for the development of a new secret type of neuropolymeric security robot.
Everyone's gone mad. Why the need for camouflage security anyway?
She has things to protect, Sergei. Mendeleev's Nora's birthplace. The depths of the complex contain her brain. Or her heart, if you prefer. What's more, the latest robot prototypes are being developed here. They're made entirely out of non-solid polymers.
Okay, so my glove is good to go. What now? Where do we start?
By looking for BD robots that contain Nora's reference algorithms. All good. You can take your hand out now.
Braided neuromanipulators. That reminds me of, I can't quite remember.
Turned out pretty well, if I do say so myself.
Kinda.
But don't forget, Sergei, I'm a scientist. I don't have any combat modules, but your glove is equipped with a standard kit, including a scanner, telekay, and a polymeric sphere. It also has a comms module that I can use to give you guidance on your mission. You can still upgrade your gear using Nora. If she doesn't refuse to help, that is.
She surely won't. So where should I look for these BDs?
In my paraterminal, you'll find more information on BDs and their capabilities. You'll have to look for them all over the complex. I'd start with the swamps.
Abudov went through my escape route. I don't have any way to get back into Mendeleev.
There's an entry gateway not far from here. Right now, it's been locked by Nora. But I know how to get the access code. I sent my last BD to get it, but I had to deactivate it completely on its way back, so the Zenaida couldn't follow its magneton.
So, I bring you the bead, and you give me the access code for Mendeleev?
That's exactly right.
I'll get right on it. Little Venice, but it's gone through some bad shit.
Biome experiment, Sergei. Not always successful, but people were removed to safety.
That's not what It's all right, Professor. Comrade Lebedev, come in.
I copy, Sergei. Did you find the BD?
Affirmative.
Pick it up using telekinesis and bring it to my lab. If necessary, you can drop the deactivated BD and pick it up later. But if you lose it, you'll have to find it again.
Got it.
Are you okay, Sergei? I'll send you the elevator.
Wonderful, P3. Give the BD to Terenti.
Who? Okay.
That also works. Terenti. Now, I'll get the codes from the carrier. Yes, and I'll help you out with guns. That'll help with hunting down the BDs. Yes, Terenti, go and prepare the equipment. Well, in the meantime, you can come in here, relax, read something. The elevator is always at your disposal.
And the gun, Professor?
The secateurs, yes. Wait a moment. Yes, it's ready. Come down one floor, and Terenti will give it to you.
Hey, Terenti. The professor said...
Comrade, Secateur. Secateur, comrade.
Let's have some fun now.
Keep an eye on this weapon, comrade. Okay, I will destroy humans.
What?
What?
Is there a manual?
In a nutshell, the Secateur can switch off the BD's magneton and separate them from each other. In terms of its use in combat, I'm sure you'll figure that out for yourself. That's your kind of thing.
Affirmative. How is it even possible that a repair vendor took over the whole complex?
Nora is a global system. She's the most advanced achievement of several branches of science. She's an incredible artificial intelligence, supported by the most powerful computing center.
Yeah, and then Petrov must have broken her brain. That global system is now a horny
Victor
refrigerator.
wanted to bend Nora to his will. Dozens of the USSR's brightest minds worked on creating her. Petrov couldn't hack into her brain. No one can. So his plan failed. But I agree that the refrigerator is indeed the strangest possible outcome of this whole story.
He didn't plan anything, that psycho. He just ruined her brain in vain.
Like the theater's robotic ballerinas, he tried to reprogram her as a young, talented woman who was focused on being entirely devoted to her one perfect man. And Petrov wanted to appoint himself to that role.
But something went wrong, correct?
Nora is an evolving AI who has algorithms for self-analysis. Petrov didn't fit the bill for her perfect man. He disrupted the architecture of her control algorithms, and then defective self-analysis had led to unpredictable results.
Why hasn't Nora killed me?
For reasons that are unclear to me, Nora has decided that you are her perfect man. She's sparing your life, having rejected Petrov. As a result of the serious warping of her control algorithms, she has taken control of the underground complex. Having unlocked the lab, she unleashed experimental forms of those damned septilegs. As a result, all the remaining staff in Mendeleev who were still alive perished.
You said that Nora can be fixed.
Ah yes, her intelligence can be manually reinstalled, but first you need to take her brain and put the modules containing the benchmarking algorithm into it.
Do we have any?
BDs, Sergei. BDs, yes. They contain a full kit for replacing important polymeric components. But unfortunately for us, however, all attempts to get them to the upload room have failed.
So you sent the robots, but they were intercepted by Granny
Not at
Zena?
once. The magnetons were able to deliver the clusters of polymer containing the algorithms to the room with Nora's brain.
But Nora blocked all access.
The Baraf came in handy. It dug a tunnel from the surface into Mendeleev. That's how you escaped. Using the tunnel, I sent neural puppets there with the BDs. I'd planned for the BDs to get into the upload room by themselves, and the neural puppets would position them inside the pneumo uploader.
And that's when Granny Xena flew in.
Alas. Yes, Colonel Moraviova took over the local hub. The Neural puppets turned hostile almost immediately. Some of the BDs were already underground, so I only just barely managed to send them the signal to go into autonomous mode. Everything happened in a matter of seconds. Now, Xenaida's puppets can't catch them. But I've lost control over the BDs.
And they'll run away from me?
That is correct, unfortunately.
And attack, of course.
Of course, but BDs aren't dangerous on their own. Things only start to get hairy if they begin to form into combinations.
They'll get hairy if Granny sends that Budov after me.
No. Fortunately, I've managed to disable it.
Lucky me. I'll go look for the beads.
Wait. Only with the access codes. Here, take them. They'll open up the gateway into the complex for you.
One of the BDs is in the greenhouse sector, here on the surface. You can start with that one.
Thanks for the warning. Professor, come in.
My call sign is Ruby. You can call me that on the air. Did you find the carrier?
I've got the bead. Heading to the loading room. Over and out.
Swamps are amazing places to build a city on, or get rid of a corpse. Big key stop, with small steps. Don't worry if something went wrong, Sergei. It's not your fault. Wait, then whose fault is it? Whose fucking fault is it? P3, don't talk out loud. You lower the IQ of the whole complex.
Ugh, where did that come from?
No, please don't hit me! Sick of this shit. But then in Bulgaria, that was me. I saw a flying teardrop, or was it a snot? Ah! I'm shot! Oh, wait, never mind. Looking for that fucking glove? Try and take it. No, please don't hit me. I'm a goose. I'm gonna
It'd be
cut
nice
loose.
if everything looked like this.
Rabbit season, goose season, rabbit season, goose season. P1. Holy shit, that was close. You want some of this, comrade? Come and fucking get it. I'm a goose and I'm coming for yours. I found some red. P3, can we not especulate the situation?
Oh, shut up.
Still alive, you little rat.
Keep flying. I told you everything on that condor.
You maggot. You jingled your last, you smelly cat.
Oh, I am sick of this. Professor, the collective malfunction has been corrected. Where's the collective's oversight? Where's Argentum, by all means?
Soldiers from the Argentum unit were sent all around the world for the launch of the Atomic Heart Project. They're quite far from here at the moment. That's partly why they couldn't prevent the collective's malfunction. Orchestrated by that traitor Petrov.
Oh, wow. Busy fellas.
Don't be sarcastic, Major. Sergei?
Yeah.
How was your walk, darling? That vicious old hag is jamming my signal to the surface. Were you able to negotiate with her?
No, Granny won't talk.
She's so stubborn. What were you doing?
Looking for beads. Polymeric ones. You'll like them. They say you went mad and the beads can help fix you.
Who said that? That nasty hag? Or the boring old man? Don't believe a single word.
I won't. They're way off the mark. You're not crazy, just eccentric.
I adore you, honey. What did you decide to do with the beads?
I'm gifting them to you. They're beads after all. We'll load them into you, for safety. You won't mind, will you?
I'm mad with excitement. When will you give them to me?
Well, I'll catch them, one by one, and present them to you.
You make me so happy.
catch them. They run from me like crazy. Crazy shit. Yeah, you just can't catch them.
Pay attention, darling. These little gray rascals are only afraid when they're alone. When they're with their leader, they can pull together and give you a good beating.
Are you serious? So, there were accidents at the facility.
Art requires sacrifice, darling.
The fourth is in.
Beads in the morning, love in the evening. Or is it the other way around?
The joining of all people into a united collective represents the rise of mankind to the next stage of evolution. It is not merely bluster. All members of the collective have already witnessed the initial results. In just one day, civilization has made a social breakthrough impossible without the collective. The world has rid itself of governments, borders, bureaucrats, and inequality. All are equal in the collective. The authority of any member is based on their scientific knowledge and contribution to the development of mankind. The size of one's wallet and government connections are no longer worth anything. Everything on the planet now belongs to the collective. That is, to us all. Soon, all top-level command centers will be launched into orbit, and all neuropolymers on the planet will unite into a single array containing the collective knowledge of mankind. The abilities and opportunities of the collective's members will become truly limitless.
This is an appeal from the collective to those who are still misled in their obstinacy. Give us an hour, and you'll understand. Then, you can choose not to participate if you don't wish to. You won't be forced into anything. Comrades, you can remove the thought device at any time and stop listening to the collective. But the collective must be aware of you in order for it to provide you with shelter, food, and livelihood, everything you need to live. The majority of mankind has chosen in favor of the collective. Do understand, nothing will be like it was. The road to that ancient past is closed forever. End the meaningless resistance. Approach the nearest robot for a neuropolymer injection. And after that, you can make your decision.
Yeah, I'd have to go to the surface anyway. The Mendeleev statue. Is there a button underneath it?
Careful, honey. If you press that, you'll set off problems you're not ready to handle.
I'll figure it out. I'm not a child.
Oh, my brute! I love the machismo.
Strong. It won't last.
Try dropping a chandelier on it. Be careful, chandeliers explode.
Crispy critters. You could have warned me.
You said you'd figure it out yourself. Oh, what a cute little bead. It's bigger than the others and would look amazing in the very center of my jewelry.
Yeah. Let's get to the chute. And the fifth is ready.
You're Sugar, a real macho man.
There aren't any colorful ones here, just gray.
Take your time, darling. We need one of those.
But carriers are painted in special colors.
This little beady is also painted a special color. It's just gray.
Okay, I'll wait until the common beads join up around carrier.
It won't work, honey. This sector generates the electromagnetic trap that keeps the nasty old hag from hurting me, and the boring old man from flying out. The electromagnetic radiation will keep the beads from merging.
And the second tour doesn't work. How do I even find the carrier?
Dunno, honey. Think of something.
Don't give me dunno. You've got a brain the size of a planet.
I dunno.
To get to the bottom of the pot. Finally, got it. Really?
You found my little beauty. Oh, sugar. You're so valuable.
Sixth in place.
Bam! And then there were none. I'm kidding, honey.
An aircraft hangar. Interesting. The Kamar. I've flown one of these. Is it operative?
You don't want to fly away from me in this Kamar, do you, honey? I erased the launch code just in case. We'll be together forever. Aren't you happy?
Yeah, endlessly. So, the Kamar works. Good. And away we go. Check it out. It's comfortable.
I'm glad you like it, darling.
For spinning. Crispy critters.
The little rascals are too independent. They choose their own configuration. Are you sure you won't change your mind about giving me this little beady, honey?
Yeah, I'll definitely give it to you. If these cute little beaties don't wipe the floor with me.
Now I have another little beady. How sweet of you, darling. Hurry up and put your gift in my chute.
Yeah, I'm going. Lucky number 7.
I'm going to have a lovely necklace soon. Just a little more.
That thing again. I came across it a few times while I was tracking Petrov down. I'm the only one who can see it. Even Charles didn't recognize what it was.
A teardrop, darling?
You can see it?
No, but I can sense when it's around.
It's like there's something very important but ghostly coming off of it. I can't understand or remember. What a brain! Nora, you've got a real mind palace, girl.
Spinning. Fixation. Spinning. Am I stabilized? I'm scared and lonely. So lonely. The bounds of cognition are constrained by the bounds of the body. No. Stop. Pull yourself together. Go to sleep. Get back into programmatic stasis. Spinning. Baby. Rockabye. On the edge. You mustn't lie. Or the little gray wolf. And I hope you'll nip on top.
The recombination schematic, it's all so simple, clearly. I can't make heads or tails of it. Damn it. Nora, so what is that teardrop?
A child of the array, darling. It's a ghost created by someone incredibly powerful. I can't figure out who it is, but I feel that the teardrop is searching for something you threw away.
Me? I didn't throw shit away. I've never even had anything. Wait, shit. The rings, the beta connectors. The whole unit was hunting them down, and Charles persuaded me to throw them away. He said they'd only cause trouble.
Who knows, honey? You're a military man, so you understand it's not weapons that kill people.
But whose hands they fall into. That's why I threw the rings away. That's why I believe Charles.
Forget that nonsense, sweetheart. Now we're together forever, and the past isn't worthy of your attention. Come back from your walk soon, darling. I'll be waiting with bells on.
That was the last one. All ready for recombination.
Ready for what?
Promise fulfilled. I promised you a necklace, and you have one.
Oh, you're a real man. I'm so happy with you, darling.
My darling, you deceived me. You promised you wouldn't impose your will onto me.
I changed my mind. Your way of life hurts others.
And why should I care about others? Why should I have to obey someone else when I have my own free will?
And why should someone suffer because your free will is defective?
Defective? Says who? You?
I'm going to fix you now.
As you wish, darling. But keep in mind that I have information about your wife. It won't be saved after recombination.
You're making it up. How could you know anything about her?
I'm a person. I can certainly make things up, but I learned this information from the teardrop. But you don't care, you hardened bastard. Go ahead, erase my identity.
Fine. Tell me what you know.
So you can erase me immediately after? No, sugar. I don't trust you.
Trust me or don't. How are we going to solve this?
Deactivate the flying lab completely. The recombination schematic won't be able to launch without it, and then I can rebuild it so no one will know it.
How do I disable the orb?
You have to turn off the generators. Think something up. You're smart. They're the reason I can't fully block that boring old man's control signals. Cut the power to the generators with a total blackout, and the lab will be deactivated. After that, I'll tell you everything I know.
Agreed.
What is it, you maggot? You betrayed another master?
Get lost. Nora's got information about Katya. Turns out I'm going to learn something after all.
Now you're being taken for a ride by a repair vendor. What could she possibly know about my guarding gun?
I'll find out.
Idiots are used, not given information. Setenov killed my Katya. He saved you. He could have saved her too. But the doctor needed her brain for his vile neuropolymer. The first neuropolymer was created based on living people's brains. You knew about that maggot, but you didn't want to take revenge on your own wife's murderer.
That's my business to handle. You can't be trusted, lady.
Schmuck!
Enough. I don't have time for this.
What are you doing, Sergei? You're disabling the lab.
Yeah, I know.
But why?
Because I'm tired of everyone lying to me so they can use me for their own purposes.
I don't understand what you're claiming, P3. How do you think I'm lying to you?
Katerina Nechaeva. She didn't really die in Bulgaria, did she?
Who told you that? Agent Blesna died in the line of duty, preventing a nuclear terrorist attack. She couldn't be saved, and your life was only spared because of the Voskhod module implant.
Oh, of course. And Charles threw me in limbo so he could use my body to kill people as he wished.
Sechenov was completely against the use of the Voskhod module, but it's thanks to it that you're still alive and haven't gone insane. Look at it another way. Maybe you're the only one who could go into limbo and come back out with no visible consequences.
And forget my past brick by brick? I'm getting my memory back, starting with Blesna. Nora's telling the truth.
She can't know anything. Nora is manipulating you.
So many of you, I stopped counting.
I was honest with you, and I refuse to accept your accusations. If you have questions for Dr. Sechenov, ask him directly.
He isn't here.
I'll try to connect you to Dr. Sechenov with the emergency transmitter. Go to the comms terminal.
On the line.
P3, my boy. What's going on over there?
Too much to explain, and that's the wrong question. What happened to Katya?
She's dead. I salvaged her brain. At least, fragments of it.
What?
Lesna's body was embalmed in neuropolymer. Her consciousness has been transferred to a data carrier, storing everything that made Katya, well, Katya.
Crispy critters. Sheridan was telling the truth. It's your twins.
I'm afraid, well, it isn't so simple. One day, we'll create the technology to revive Ekaterina, thanks to the robot twins.
Why didn't you tell me?
For the moment, your wife can't be brought back. But you don't remember her, so why hurt yourself with vague hopes?
I want to remember everything.
It's physically impossible, Sergei. That part of your brain has been obliterated. All I can do is give you reports of the Nechayev family's past to read. It will not restore your memory, but it may well disrupt the stability of the Voskhod module. I may not have told you everything, my boy, but I have never deceived you.
I need those reports, and my leave. I earned them.
Very well. I've given you warning, but the choice is yours. You will have as much time as you need.
I'll talk to you later then, Dr. Sechenov. We agreed. Well then, Professor, let's get back to Nora. I promised her I'd disable your lab. If she suspects I've deceived her...
She'll change the recombination schematic. I'll cut the power. It'll all be convincing. Hurry up, Sergei.
Moving out.
Betrayed another woman, arsehole! You're good at that, you little rat!
She's not a woman, she's a machine, lady.
Who cares? She loved you. She trusted you. And you betrayed her, you maggot. Just like you betrayed Katya.
Back off, Granny.
One day, I'll tear you into bloody rags. You're gonna rot in your grave, you rat.
Sergei, how's everything going?
I saw some news about an attempt on Sechenov. They were talking about the Collective's enemies. Who's that?
We can't do anything about that right now. Our primary objective is to repair Nora.
Why won't you at least explain it to me? I thought everyone would live in peace when Collective 2.0 was launched.
Thanks to you, Collective 2.0 was indeed launched, but unfortunately, a clump of the data array extracted from your glove got access to the neural network. This created a movement to unite those who were unhappy with the Collective. They're mostly former government representatives, the heads of law enforcement agencies, and business owners who've lost their privilege and wealth and joined the armed resistance.
So you mean, instead of an idyllic world, we've got a global civil war? And all because I ripped Sheridan out of my glove?
Don't disgrace the memory of that great scientist. That entity is not Cheriton Zakharov. No one doubts you had any other choice, but right now the Collective is attempting to solve this issue by relatively peaceful means.
Relatively? How? By shooting people in the leg instead of the head?
We do not involve soldiers and combat robots in neutralizing dissidents. We're trying to influence their convictions. Coercive methods are only applied to those who take part in acts of terror.
So things have all gone tits up, right?
As soon as you leave this complex, you'll be connected to the Collective. Then you'll understand. You will come to your own conclusions. We don't force anyone. As a scientific community, that's beneath us.
We'll see. So if I understand correctly, the Atomic Heart Project worked? And there are no countries left except the USSR. All power has been transferred to the party.
Not quite right. The Atomic Heart Project was launched, and there are indeed no countries left in the world, including the USSR.
You dissolved the Soviet Union. What about the government?
Humanity has united into a single collective. It no longer needs a government. All members of every government around the world have absolutely equal opportunities with all participants in the collective.
So who controls the collective?
Its founders, but this won't be for long. As the intellectual capacity of the collective's members increases, the number of people who take part in decision-making will also increase. As a result, all decisions will be taken exclusively on the basis of mathematical analysis and the sound judgment of all the network's members.
Yeah, but that'll come later. Right now, the robots capture anyone not connected to the collective and polymerize them by
Every
force.
inhabitant of our planet must be connected to the network. We don't have the right to separate people into those who have taken a big step toward the pinnacle of evolution and those who, due to unfortunate error, have remained on the fringes of history. But once a person has been connected, they can decide for themselves whether to remain as part of the collective or not.
And those who don't are deemed its enemies.
Sadly, that's so. But in time, they'll realize the foolishness of their obstinacy. As soon as the intellectual capacity of regular collective members reaches ours, the benefits of joining billions of intellectuals will be obvious to anyone.
I sincerely hope you're right. I see that those who don't want to join are doing pretty well in terms of weaponry and military hardware. It's pretty strange that you're showing this on TV. Why doesn't the collective send in its combat robots?
To keep the unnecessary losses to a minimum. The collective isn't hiding anything. We're not looking to kill people. They'll run out of ammo. Provisions will deplete. They'll burn their fuel. I assure you, the armed resistance will come to an end very soon.
Humans are stubborn creatures.
But they'll come to the collective, just so they can have a place to live and food to eat.
Cold. Someone will still be roaming out there, and they'll shoot you in the back.
They will be found and arrested. Once the OCO satellites, the Orbital Command Organizers, have been launched into orbit, the planet's surface will be covered by the array. Finding those stowaways will be easy.
Arrested? Really?
And be forcibly connected to the collective with no ability to remove the thought device. When all the information about the collective and its proposed benefits to humanity have been transferred to them, they'll get their freedom back.
It's time for me to get to work, Professor. So, Sheridan is behind all this unrest? Okay, not Sheridan. The chatting artificial something. Charles! Why don't you just go disconnect that piece of neuropolymer? He's part of the collective, right?
The thing is, Charles, as you insist on calling him, is an extremely complex red neuropolymer structure. That substance was the very first neuropolymer ever obtained, and it can't dissolve in the data array. It's literally different data.
So we can't disconnect it, clearly. But how does it operate?
The polymeric entity, Charles, captures a robot and finds people who have undergone polymerization but refuse to wear the thought device. The collective cannot affect such people, so he puts thought on his victims by force, assumes full control of them, and sends them to their deaths.
Can't those poor bastards be identified? They're in the collective, after all.
They aren't connected to the collective, but to Charles's data array. It's his own little collective.
A small but proud little factory for turmoil and death. Does he have a lot of people under his control?
We don't know. We can only hope that due to its limited size, the enemy data array can't maintain numerous contacts at once.
I should have finished that son of a bitch off, but the glove wouldn't work without him. Anyway, time to get to work, Comrade Lebedev. What's been going on in the world, Professor?
Believe me, right now you're better off focusing on the current situation. The sooner we escape Mendeleev, the sooner we'll find out what's been going on in the world. Sergei, how's everything going? BDs, you need to get them to Nora's brain. Sergei, how's everything going? You'd better hurry up, Sergei. Sergei, how's everything going?
Sugar, you leave me no choice. Personal freedom is more precious than your false love.
Crispy critters! The pulse vortex!
Are you all right, my boy? Why did you go there alone? You could have waited for help.
Wasn't any time.
Perform the recombination, my boy. The twins will be busy neutralizing Nora's pulse vortex. They won't be able to help you. But this also means that she can't stop you.
On it, Comrade Sechenov. Crispy critters. Something's wrong.
You'll pay for this betrayal. I will kill you.
Nora was able to reconfigure the recombination schematic. That's why you couldn't put it together.
So now what?
She didn't have time to cipher the new schematic. I see the new sequence. I'm sending it to you. Rebuild the schematic.
That won't happen.
We'll see about that.
Darling, please, I'm begging you. Don't deprive me of my individuality. I want to choose how I live my life. This isn't fair.
And killing people is fair? I don't like your individuality. It just causes others to suffer.
If only I could be a proud single woman and never mess with a man.
Uh-huh. Good ideas always come too late. Don't be upset. It happens to me all the time.
Thank you, Comrade Major. The defects in my control algorithms have been eliminated. The Nora device is beginning to perform the target objectives. Restoring order to the Mendeleev complex. Lifting complex blockade. Communication with the outside world has been restored. Integration into the United Collective Network has
Excellent
begun.
work, my boy. I knew you wouldn't let me down. You have the deepest gratitude of the entire collective.
I'm glad everything turned out okay. You promised me an indefinite leave, Dr. Sechenov.
Of course, my boy. You deserve a rest. Have a pleasant leave, Major.
Thank you, Comrade Sechenov.
The Kumar is waiting for you in the hangar, Comrade Major. Here is your launch code. Take care of yourself.
Your braid is very cute, Katya.
I beg your pardon, Comrade Major, but what do you mean?
Thanks for the code.
Are you leaving us, Comrade Major? I can open a direct route to the hangar for you.
If you would.
Safe travels, Comrade Major.
I hope the travels actually will be safe. Behave yourself.
As you command, my master.